I'm back with another video with my new HJC FG17 helmet. This is the new helmet which I bought a couple of days back. This costed me 16,000 rupees. I bought it from a store in Bangalore. I forgot the name of that store. It's 6,000 miles to Isle of Man. It's a premium store. They only deal with HJC helmets. And as you can see, this is a matte finish helmet with not too much of fancy graphics over here. It looks casual, not too fancy, right? And the size of this helmet is 56. It weighs 1.4 kilo, 1,400 grams to be precise. It's lightweight. This HJC brand quotes they are the #1 helmet manufacturers in the world, and the shell of this helmet is advanced composite fiberglass approved by Snell and Dot. So that's the detailed information. I like it and I feel comfortable when I wear this helmet. You can see the ventilation over here on the top, the buttons over here. This is for the air intake. If I'm sweating inside the helmet, I can open this for the air intake. This is the ventilation, and there are two more ventilations over here in the rear section. Over here, as you can see, over here, and there is one more over here in the front section. I can open this up when I feel too hot inside the helmet. Visor works like this. If I press this button, it gets locked. To open it, I'll have to again press that button to unlock. Got this, what do we call this, a chin guard or something? Okay, as I mentioned earlier, I paid 16,000 rupees for this helmet. No discount, nothing. So it was 16,000 straight up. And let me show you the helmet that I have been using for the last 3-4 years for my Duke 390. This is a bit heavy compared to HJC helmet. It weighs around 2 kg. I still use it for city rides or short rides, but not for highway rides or long rides. I will not use it. My bike is a powerful bike, Duke 790. If you have watched my previous videos, you know that. If you are new to this channel, I own KTM Duke 790. Since I upgraded to Duke 790, one of the powerful bikes available in the market, I even upgraded my helmet. It's premier helmet for me. There are way more expensive helmets available in HJC, AGV. There are so many other brands available, like 70, 80, 1 lakh, 1,50,000 and all that stuff. This is even expensive for me, but still, it's a very good helmet. This is the investment for my safety, for my head, if I go through a crash. So that helmet should break and I shouldn't break my head. And guys, I have done a lot of research before buying these helmets for a long time. I've been doing my research for a long time in terms of things that we need to keep in our mind before buying the helmet, especially expensive helmet. Based on my research, I will just share a couple of points that would be useful for you before you buy any new helmet. It can be this helmet, expensive helmet, or a basic helmet. It is applicable for all the helmets. First and foremost, all you have to do is take a measuring tape and you have to measure the size of your head. So you put the tape around your head over here above the eyebrow and measure your head. So based on the measurement, my head size is 56. See, the size of this helmet is also 56. Can you see over here? Yes. And now we have measured the head. The second point is you go to the store. Even the store guy will measure your head, or you can also measure if you have a tape. Once you have shortlisted 2 to 3 helmets, you wear a balaclava and you wear the helmet. Once you wear the helmet, all you have to do is you hold the helmet in the chin section and shake it. If it's shaking, then you will have to go for the smaller size. If it's not shaking, then it's okay. And again, you try to insert your finger, 1 or 2 fingers over here inside the helmet. If fingers are sliding through easily, then you have to go for the smaller size. If you're not able to insert your fingers, if it's tight, then that's fine, you have found the perfect size. Then let's assume that it's not shaking, fingers are not going inside the helmet. Now all you have to do is just wear the helmet for around 15 minutes. Leave it for 15 minutes and just go and see other accessories, just roam around here and there in the store, have a conversation with the sales guy. What I'm trying to say is, you will have to figure out if there are any pressure points. When it's too tight, what happens is you will get headache over here, or you feel a lot of pressure over here or somewhere over here in the head. If it's too tight, creating a lot of pressure or cutting off the blood circulation, then you'll have to go for a slightly bigger size. It has to be a snug fit. It has to be tight, but not too tight or loose. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to explain. Let me wear this and show you what I'm trying to explain. As of now, I'm not wearing balaclava. If I wear balaclava, it doesn't even shake. Now it's slightly shaking, but if I wear balaclava, it will be a snug fit. It doesn't shake. And I can't insert my fingers. It's tight. Not even in the race section. So this is a perfect fit for me. I tested it for around 20 minutes in the store, and I felt comfortable, no pressure points. Then I bought it. So these are all things you'll have to test before you make the final purchase. Before this helmet, I had already ordered AGV K3 series helmet, but it was not readily available in the store. They were supposed to import it from a different country. Due to this COVID crisis, they were not able to get that helmet for me. I waited for around 2 to 3 months. I didn't get it. So finally, I searched for other brands and ended up buying HJC helmet. Now the problem I am facing with this helmet is the space that's available over here is very small to mount a GoPro, right? If I mount a GoPro, I will not be able to use this. It will be in a fixed position if I mount the GoPro over here. I have done a jugaad for that. Now there is something called a GoPro mount with straps. So we'll get a strap with the mount. We'll have to tighten the strap, something like this. It holds the helmet and we can mount the GoPro. So I ordered the strap on Amazon. I'll be getting that in next 2 days so that I can do motovlogging with that strap mounting my GoPro. So that's one thing. I can even mount the GoPro over here, or somewhere over here. But I always prefer to mount the GoPro in this section. It gets a perfect view and viewers feel as if they are riding the bike. And one more thing, this helmet comes with pin lock for anti-fog, which helps in morning ride, night ride. Breathing creates fog, right? And because of this pin lock, that issue is ruled out. We'll have a clear view in any season at any point of time. And that's about the helmet, guys. I think I missed a couple of points. If you're someone who would prefer to buy heavy helmets, you should either have a thick neck like Mike Tyson, a powerful neck, or you should strengthen your neck muscles so that it can avoid your neck pain. And I am someone who would like to buy lightweight helmet. I'm happy with this, just 1400 grams. I was wearing heavy helmet and I used to get neck pain after 300-400 kilometers. Now I hope I don't get any neck pain in long rides. Even I train my neck to strengthen my neck muscles because I got Duke 790. It's a naked bike. I go through a lot of wind blast, right? My neck takes a lot of beating when I go through the wind, and we are wearing a helmet on top of that. We have a GoPro mount with an adapter. It adds up more weight to go through the wind. To carry this weight along with GoPro, we should have strong neck muscles. So I work out on my neck, and I prefer you guys also to work out on your neck if you're going through some neck ache in long rides. That will really help. You will find a lot of YouTube videos to strengthen your neck muscle. Hope you liked my new HJC helmet. If you got any thoughts, you post your thoughts in the comment section below. I will respond to that. That's it for this video, and I will come back with another video with my Duke 790. Take care. Bye-bye.
What up?